So then let's continue. These are your assumptions now. So we want to make assumptions in relating to revenue. Then cost of sales is usually, let's make it a percentage of revenue. So cost of sales, sorry, as a percentage of revenue. And your SG&A, you're making it constant. I press Ctrl C, then I have to make use of my space special so that it will paste the formula that are here with it. So you use Alt H VS, then you click on values only, and you click OK. You can see pasted it, just only the values. Then depreciation, same thing. There's no formula there, so I can just do Ctrl C, Ctrl B, then Ctrl C also, then Ctrl V, then the tax, let's make it 30% of net profits. 30%, that's 0.3, 0.3. So, but my cost of sales now, I told you is a revenue. We can't forecast here because we are under the first historical. So the second historical, we make use of the growth rates to forecast the revenue. So to find growth rate, you say equal to the first current year that we had divided by previous year minus 1. Press enter. So let me change this to percentage. That's dot H. I want to access the O, then P that is showing here. Then the cost of sales is a percentage of revenue. So to do that is equal to your cost of sales divided by revenue. Click enter. So I've changed to percentage, but remember that this one is already in percentage before. So I'll just copy this format here. Another way to do that is use a format printer. So and to access this is a format printer or you formatted that right. Say Alt H FP with format printer. See FP. And you can see there's a printer in this cursor here. Then you now go and pick the cell that you want to format it with that save or that one. Take it. As you can see it's there. Then I needed it for this too. So I can select it and make this my Alt HP. Make it a percentage. Then here is a percentage of revenue. This divided by revenue. Here, 37. I'm here of my format printer. Yeah, I'm fine. But before we continue, to make the normal thing that you need to do is that in setting your background, you need to remove this grid line so you can make your presentation of the financial analysis more appealing to the eye. So you remove grid line. For you to do that, you use your Alt. You know, when you want to remove grid line, it's under the View tab. And to access that, use Alt W grid line, right? This is grid line, then VG. That's it. The grid line has been removed. The next is that we need to start our forecast. So now let's start. We've said that we want to base our forecast on this historical record, but remember we've not yet provided the assumption for our forecasted for the years that we want to forecast this income statement for. So we want them to be the same thing as this end of this current year that we are 2022. So we need to fill it right. But remember, these ones are in formula. right? So those ones that are in formula, let's leave it so that if anybody is checking, you know, is going to know that yes, it's not in formula. But since we want to apply the same thing, so we can just type it there that will 10%, 10%, and 27%. And this one here is still the same thing, but it's not in the format that we want. We want it in this type of format, right? So we can copy, then highlight where you want it to be. Choose your format printer, which is called page FP. Then you can now pick the cell that you want after highlighting. What happened? Oh, let's make use of our format cell pop-up. So you press copy, you got highlight where you want it to paste it to, then alt page VS. And now say paste the format only to where you've highlighted, then click on OK. You can see that's done that for us. Then here, since we want it to be the same thing all over the 5 years, then we should highlight those years and take Control R. It's not showing very well, right? Yes. So we need to highlight the whole column here. So I'll say Control space bar and use, once I see the plus sign, double click on it, it's going to open it up for me. So the same thing for this one, I need to do what I did here for this one to fill it right. Then highlight it first, Control R, that's already feel right. That's fine. Then the same thing for this one. I'll apply my fill right by filling it, Control R. Remember that there are some years here because you have moved down. That's why the year you're not more seeing it. So in order for it to be freeze, oh, you've done a mistake. This should not be there. And that was because we're not seeing where our year stopped at. So for us to do it that to be able to see it, we're going to use freeze pane. And to do that, you have to select a particular cell where you want the freeze pane to stop. So the back of that cell, wherever you put, like wherever you identify. For example, I've identified that this pane should freeze, should stop here. So the back of that your own highlighted cell is going to freeze it, and the top, all the top for that highlighted cell is going to freeze it. Assuming it's empty space, it's going to freeze everything from this E10 here upward, and from E11 here, all the whole left side of it. That's what it's going to freeze. But we don't want to freeze that. This is where we want to freeze. We want to freeze this place here. That is column A. Then freeze all what's in the top. That is 1 to 4. That's where you want to freeze. And that is how you can use identify ways to freeze on your sheet. So, and how did I do that? How will I do that? You go to your view tab. That's where freeze is. So to access it, Alt W, then freeze pane here, F, F again. As you can see, it frees all what is at the top of this cell that I highlighted and all what is at the left of this cell that I highlighted. That's another key thing to know where to freeze. Then I can now see the year perfectly now. Then we start our forecasts. We've said that in financial analysis, referencing is very key. Cell referencing is very key. So we'll say equal to, this is growth rate, right? So we'll say pick the previous revenue, multiply by is the growth rate, right? So it will be 1 plus the percentage. I'm going to enter. What's the same? Okay, I need to put the closing bracket, right? Then your cost of sales is a percentage of revenue. So we say your revenue is this percentage of revenue, that's cost of sales. Then for your gross profit is the formula which is equal to this revenue minus gross profit. Then your SG&A is the same thing as the previous one, but we can always pick it here. So your EBITDA too, you can even feel right to copy what is here, then Control R, the position, SG&A. Okay, you pick the formula down, your depreciation also is equal to depreciation. Then your EBIT, you can rewrite, you select, then Control R. Interest, same thing, we have it here. Because most times it might change, but based on my own assumption, I don't want it to change. Then the tax is 30% of your net, I'm sorry, your operating income. So if picked it, multiply by operating income, is EBIT. Your net profit is equal to EBIT minus interest minus this one. So the same thing that we did for this forecast here is what we're supposed to do for other ones here. So to save us the stress, you highlight everything, shift control, down alt arrow to select everything at once, then shift alt arrow like this. Hmm? Then you press control R to fill them right. So then press control space bar to highlight all the whole column that has, we're not seeing the figure very well. Then we now double click on the cell here. As you can be seeing them. As you can see, we finish our calculation. And next thing is that if you look at all this, there are some that are formulas and there are some that are just constant and the one that types it there. So one of the standard way you need to follow when you're doing analysis is that you need to color your font. So those ones that are constant, you need to color it blue. And the constants we call them hard coded. While the ones that are formula, you leave it in black font color. So, instead of you now start searching, when you want to, search a particular formula, you press F2, you know, you start searching which one is formula. Let me look for the ones that are constant. Those numbers only. Okay, this one is constant. Let me now color it blue. So you to now start, moving your cursor around, try to check which one is formula, which one is hard coded. Another way you can be able to highlight all of them together. Especially the point of highlighting and coloring is you make use of your go-to function. So how will you do that? You click F5. Once you press F5, you click on special, then select what that was telling you. You want this to select constant only, but we don't want those that have errors, no check test. Those are numbers. So once you then you uncheck the test also, and the number is what you want to highlight, then you click on OK. You can see it automatically highlights those ones that are constant, like those ones that are coded, you're the one that inputted them yourself. So we color it blue, and to access that, you do Alt H, then FC, that's the font color, then the light blue. You can see we don't want this one, let's change it to white. that highlighted everything. Then next, let's make our report a little bit more beautiful. Those ones that are subtitles, let's bold them. Control shift forward. That's what highlighted everything within that. Control shift forward bar, then control B for highlighting blue. Sorry for bolding it. Control shift forward arrow, then control B. Here is also a subtitle so that they can be able to identify which one is subtitle. Control shift forward arrow is by highlighting at once. Here too, control shift forward arrow. Then let's apply our border. You highlight, control shift forward arrow, alt H, that is on tab, border is B, top border P. Here same thing, control shift forward arrow, H, oh, sorry, oh, okay, alt H. When you press alt tab, that was then, then P. Into this one, I highlight one by one. Alt H, H, E, P. But this last one, what is a double top border and a double bottom border? So what's H in the next look for top and bottom is final is a bit more attractive to the eye. Then next is we now need to format this one so that we can distinguish it that okay, this one is a particular section, the other one is another section. For us to now, when we want to apply, and there are various sections that we want to do. Okay, sorry about that. The next that we talked about was now going to our advanced class. This ones are the basic class for now. So this ones are the basic class for now. So let's go to our advanced. So how we do that is copying what is here to the other side to a new sheet, and you do that. You click on it, you right click, then move, click on move or copy. Then before sheet one, then create a copy because it's a particular type of it that we want. Just a copy of it. So we need to click. If you didn't click create a copy, which means that you're actually moving it, you're actually moving the whole cell and it will not create a duplicate of it at all. When you click create a copy, it's going to create excuse me, it's going to create a duplicate of this. So you click OK. Then we rename, we double click on it, then we name it advanced. So analysis. And here we can name it our research data. Then click back the Excel. One of the cell is going to come up from this editing here. So on our advanced, what we are going to do is the first thing is we need to the structure here. We need to format this our cell because we have a various section and we now have to format it. This one should have the font should increase and the fill color The same thing that we do here, we need to do here. So instead of us, trying to copy, paste, we can just format, come and design a particular sales style here. And once you click that sales style, it's going to apply to wherever um cell that you highlighted. So let's go and do the self style. So self style is this. To access it, Alt H A, then you say new self style, then you now click on, you name it. Hmm? Let me name it section style. Oh sorry, let me check. Section style. Then click on format to go and change it. So it's the font and color that I want to. So the font should increase to like 16. Then the fill should be filling both cream color. Then you are click on OK. So once you pick a particular color, green, then you now say OK. Then okay, we pick the font, right? Yes. Then you click on OK. Oh, it said just tiny name already exists. Let's change our name. You can say style name new, just to have it. Then click OK. Then let's go and check it again. Alt HG and see section style. This is it. Then you can see that as I was hovering over the cursor over it, it's already applying it immediately. So I'm not applying to this. I don't want to apply it to this cell here. Is the whole row I want to apply it to. So let me press to select all the whole row. You just say shift space bar. You select everything. Then to locate it to my self style, Alt HJ. And here section style. Then click on it. You can see. Same thing you want to apply here. Alt HG, right? Alt HG. So, and that's this one here also. So I think these are the ones that we touched today on Saturday. And let me know if this you've learnt more and you've have impacted on your Excel know-how. And we are going to continue from here on Sunday. Thank you very much.